Hi, foreigner in the Philippines. We're overlooking at one of our latest projects, which has been going on for just a couple of days, and already we're seeing some amazing results. We had donations to help Rado to put cladding on the side of his house, plus the work laying in of the pipe work for the well. So this goes down
to the well.
Yeah, so that actually goes down to the well. The well is just down there, which we already showed a video of, but you can see that the track will go along. It's laid underneath. Here's the pipe. So there's the pipe for the work that's going on. It'll go to a storage barrel. It's not a huge storage, but it doesn't need to be. Once it's into that, the pump will automatically turn off when this is full, and it will just keep this full, so there'll always be plenty of water on tap. And now, so this is all so you can see with the Filipino home that out here, out in the middle of nowhere really, in hundreds of square miles of hills, you can see around, if you look around there, there's that sort of, that slice that goes through and across, and it actually goes around the tree and it goes up and over the hills, and that's our road out. Over here, we can take you, I don't know whether you can see it from here. No, I don't think you can.
No, I can't.
You can't see the hill that we live on, but it's up there. Actually, you can see, actually through the side there, you can see Maninglina's little house, and that's up on the side. And all of this is all the land that we live on. And, well, things are not the same. In Manarado's house, it's not one of those things where, well, we're not having that in the living room, are we? This is the rice harvest. This is where it goes. This is the reality of a life here in the simplest of terms. So all of this is very rustic carpentry. They did all of this cladding between two men yesterday. So all of that went up, all of the basic framework was all there. And when we came, we did see, didn't we see Perry working on this yesterday?
Yeah, Perry working yesterday,
Yeah.
and also
So,
today to finish everything.
Yeah, Perry will be here. So part of the funding that we got for Rado was, as we've always said, that it's not enough to get the materials for people who have nothing. You have to give them the work. So is it an irony to give the materials to someone and then pay them to work on their own house? No, it's reality out here where people are down to just a few hundred pesos at any given time during the day. And this is the real life that we confront and deal with. So right from the start we said, we're going to pay people to work on their own house so that the work gets done. That's the point. There's no point in buying a pump for Rado and then he can't afford to do the work himself because he has to put food on the table. So those are the realities. So here he is, and he's now working, and we got the money to pay him to do that. So the work can be done. Now Perry will be here shortly. One of the things that I've learned about working with Filipino workers is that they have a way of working, and it's as valid as any because they get the job done. Here's the difference, is that when I came here I would have done things differently, and when we did the road I wanted the road to be started at the far end and then work toward the bridge or the site of the bridge, and that made the most sense to me. When I came out, I found that it had been done the opposite way. Get down, dog. Come on, cuddle. I found that it was the opposite way. This is the friendliest little dog, but I don't want to be friendly right now. Get out of it. Go on, go on. Go, go, go. So, I got a friend. This is Rado's dog, okay? This is Rado's dog. Got it. Hey, get down. Get down. So, I found that it was better to let people do their work the way that they do it. I'm not trying to educate people, because guess what? I didn't always do things right when I was back at home. Right, so I found when I came out that they started, it seemed like they'd started at the bridge end and worked out. My logic was that if they started at the far end, then that would give us access on a delivery truck. Now, I had in my mind how long it would take. In the first day, Manarado, with his plough and his carabao, started at the bridge end, and he did the entire 600 yards of the basic cut for the road, and which just astonished me, because when I came out I saw that he had started at this end. Of course, I couldn't see the other end, so I thought, well, he couldn't possibly have done that. No, that's not true. So here you have this thing of where not only are we very regulated in the West, but then we self-regulate. We say, just because the boss says to us, you've got to be here at 8 o'clock sharp, then we start insisting that everybody else be there at 8 o'clock sharp. So if I come out and they're not there at 8 o'clock sharp, with my Western mindset, I'm thinking, well, they're not doing a very good job. And then at 8 o'clock at night, they're still there, because they make up the time. And that's what I found with my extended family, of whom Manarado is one. They make up the time, and for me, they always do a great job. That's for me and my experience. I'm sure there are people out there who, there's always somebody out there who differs. Yeah, well, I've been out here 35 years and I know better. Well, okay, I know what I know, and I am full of admiration for the way that with so little they can do so much. All of this has been done without the use of a single mechanical, electrically powered tool. All of it is hammer, bolo, axe, the most basic tools. And I learned that when I built my own house. I made that house, the basic structure I made, with just $100 of tools. Totally unheard of to start a job like that in the West with $100 of tools. It wouldn't happen. So we now have a look at where we are here. Manarado is still working. They probably will have this clad maybe today.
Yeah, and then tomorrow the plumbing, the man who installed the water will be here tomorrow. He called me.
Tomorrow is the well.
Yeah, the well.
Right. So they will work at getting this done now. And you can see what an amazing amount of work they did in one day. Just 2 men in one day.
Yeah.
In fact, I think that they did they have a little help from one of the stepsons?
Yeah, Bolantoy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they did have that help. But it's exciting to see these things happen, see everything happen so much. We bring you these work in progress videos because you can see how amazing the changes are, that whatever your donation was, some people donated $10. Well, $10 is 480, 490 pesos. It's a lot. That will pay a man to work for a day with a little extra added, okay? So we're going to end off now. Beth is yawning because every time I start talking she goes to sleep.
Yeah, thank you. Please like, comment, and subscribe.